So today I'm going to be covering the gold market, why I believe something really big is happening through there. I'm going to be also talking about oil, something interesting happening with the oil, and also the dollar market as well. Also, I'm going to be talking to you about a false breakout pattern that actually formed on the Bitcoin market and why it was a very, very risky and why a lot of people would have got sucked in and how not to get sucked in by this false breakout pattern that happened recently on the Bitcoin market. I'm going to talk to you about the really important things about this particular stock, MBLY, and had a very, very, very big drop to the downside, 25%. And what were the major key lessons you can learn from this here to make sure you don't get involved with something and you stay away from this level here. I'm also going to be talking about the mining sector. We'll start to really start to compress up through here. So something really interesting there. Also, we also talked about the actual stock market as well too. So what's happening now with the Nasdaq and the lessons that are the techniques and the lessons I've been teaching you guys over the last couple of weeks, how you can utilize that in your own trading to make sure this year is an amazing trading year for you. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get into this market update. The first thing I want to start off with is the Nasdaq chart. So this is something I've been talking about, guys, for the last sort of couple of months now when it comes to this Nasdaq chart. The big thing I've been talking about, and I really want to I just recently finished off doing an hour, what was that? Maybe an hour and just over an hour with my private clients, as I do every single day. And I'm with them, and I was talking to them about like just the power of what we talk about here. If we can start to combine two different powerful techniques, we can start to really get a good understanding, right? Because trading the markets is yes, identifying good opportunities in the markets. And again, guys, that free trading course link in the description, I teach you exactly what to look for, how to read the markets, what a good setup looks like, all that sort of stuff. Just get access to that free course. And again, it's completely free. I used to charge for that, but I'm now just giving away free membership access. That first link in the description there. But the whole thing about I was talking with some of my private clients, because again, I'm with them every single day. Showing them what I'm doing and coaching them and helping them every single day that I am. And so I was telling them just recently, I said, isn't it amazing that the simple, just two powerful techniques can really not only help you stay out of bad trades, but also secondly, understand what's likely to come next. And if you've been watching my videos now for the last couple of months, I've been saying two different things. One, how the markets operate and how they work is what? They actually work in simple trend analysis, right? They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, they go back up again, right? So that's how they work. And so due to the fact that we've just been going up for a while here on the Nasdaq and in the markets, I've been saying that, well, the markets just never just go straight up, right? We're eventually going to get some sort of a pullback soon, right? Or some sort of a drop just to get some what's called an equilibrium, right? Bit of a pullback here, bit of a pullback here. So it's not a complete change in trend, right? It's just like a bit of a pullback before we go through, a bit of a pullback before we go through another move. And as you can see, we're getting that. So that was the first technique you guys have been seeing me call this drop here live throughout the Christmas period of what's happening there. So that's the first thing that we do see. The second thing that I talked about was that how when we get too far away from the moving average, it's set to be starting to become very overbought. Now, the problem with that is that, yes, the market can keep doing this for a bit through there, but then you don't know when it's going to end, but when it does end, we start to get something like that. So the two different powerful techniques that we can utilize in the markets, this is just obviously just some of them you can learn, but is one, understanding how the markets operate. And so you'll never get sucked in again. If the market has been going up like this, you'll never get sucked in again of trying to buy up here. Why? Doesn't matter what you think, what you hope for, what the fundamentals say. Okay, I was talking with some of my clients today, and we're talking about how some of the fundamentals in some markets, and they were thinking, oh, this thing's just going to go straight up. Like, no, the market will still go through its motions, right? We'll still go through pullbacks. And this is where a lot of people, they'll wait for conviction. Then they're like, oh, better start to get in now because the market's going to go up. And then the market drops. They get stopped out. Oh, the market's against me. And then the market picks back up again. It's like, no, because you got in at the wrong time. You never get in after it goes up, because the nature of how all markets work is simply that, right? Is simply then we actually start to get a pullback. So that's what's happening right now on the good old Nasdaq. Let's go look at the Russell. Russell right now still creating this false breakout pattern, but we're just going through what? We're just going through now this just that nice pullback. We had this nice move up through here. We're just going through a nice pullback. We possibly could get something like this happening soon, right over the next couple of weeks, just as the moving average starts to pick back up, and then we may be getting going again. So I don't believe this is not a big crash or anything like that. No, I don't believe that. What I do believe is that by looking at this market right now and understanding this market is that one, we had a very nice move up, so we're getting ready for a pullback. And two, look how far away we were from the moving average. And especially on the Russell, right? If you actually start to look at the Russell, and if you look at how far this actual Russell was, how far away it was from there to there, and then I use that exact same, the Russell was, and I use that exact same level, right? Not the same there, not the same there. Oh, almost the same through there, right? So you can see pretty much the maximum distance away was actually the Russell here recently got more overbought because it got so far away than any other period in the last couple of years. And then look what's happening now. So this is a whole of just understanding what's happening here with these markets. And now we're just getting a bit of a pullback, but I believe this is just a pullback before we see another really nice move to the upside here. Let's go look at the Dow Jones. And the Dow Jones just sort of just flattening out a little bit through here. So not really much going on with the Dow Jones, but we are starting to really flatten out. So we may even just be getting something like this happening, in the Dow Jones. We may even just go sideways. So sideways, or either a bit of a drop, wait for the moving average to start to catch back up again, and then we're probably going to get ready for another move to the upside. Same for the S&P 500. S&P 500 is now starting to pull back. Look at this here. Really, look at this here. It broke just slightly above the previous high, so we had this high point through here. Right, so we had this high point. It broke slightly above it just to suck people in, and then the market's now starting to come down through there. So again, having this nice little pullback. Again, traders, you heard me throughout the last sort of Christmas New Year period, you heard me talk about this, how this is coming. And now you can start to utilize these same techniques in your own trading from there. Make sense? Now, one thing I want to talk about here is the mining sector. Now, mining sector, very, very, very interesting what's happening with the mining sector. We're still compressing to the upside, right? So we've still got these higher lows in place. Are we about to see something through there? Right? So are we about to see this higher low through here before we start to see another nice move to the upside? So low, higher low, and now a higher low. Are we about to see that before we go up there? This is a really interesting point right now. If we do start to break below the $29 level, that's a real interesting point to see before we actually possibly start to see this thing having a real big. It may even just it's just maybe some sort of an up move before we drop down through here. So this is the line in the sand for me by looking at the GDX. Let's go look at the SIL. The SIL, low, higher low, higher low. So again, this still could just be another little high low here. So even though we're having a very sharp drop down, it still could be another high low here. So really, really, really interesting. Once again, if I go back to the GDX, the big thing for me is this level. So if this does hold through here, if it does, guys, looking at the if scenarios, if we do hold here and we start to make our way back up and we get back above 32, then it looks like it's going to be a pretty free and clear move to up to 35.50. So 35.50 on the GDX from there. So that's what I'm looking at through there, guys. I'm really, 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 really excited about what's happening right now in the markets, guys. Again, I was just talking to my private clients. There is one setup that, oh my goodness, it could be just one massive move. And then I have a real good watch list of stocks I'm watching for right now that could potentially be giving us amazing trades as well too. So, and again, traders, it's so important that once you know what to look for, and once you really get a good understanding of what to look for, guys, there's so many amazing opportunities right now. You just got to understand what to look for. And that's what obviously what I teach through the coaching program and through my course and so on and so forth from there. Now, one thing I want to share with you and talk with you about is this stock right here. And I want to share this stock with you right here by looking at this level, because I really want to teach you something. The best type of trades that I believe you're going to get into is when we start to have some form of a trend analysis, okay? Whenever the market is doing this, where it's not doing anything and we're flat, there's no good higher lows, higher highs, or lower lows. See how there's no trend in place? whenever that happens, whenever we start to get something like this, like lower lows, lower highs, whenever we start to get something like this, it is really, really, really not a good idea. Now, to confirm that, I like to use the 52 moving average. So if I squeeze my moving average, overall, what's the moving average been doing? It's pretty much flat, right? So see how it's overall flat through here. So this is this here is what? This here is very strong trending to the upside, as you can see. So that's a nice strong trending to the upside. But then look what's happening now recently, right? Went down slightly, up slightly. So it's just more like it's just an overall sideways pattern. Whenever you get that in the market by utilizing the 52, then guess what? This whole thing about the 52 is all about, it's all about telling you that, oh, we shouldn't get involved with this right now because of what's happening through here, right? What's going on through here. And it's not going up, it's not going down. And so this is probably the worst time to try to predict where the market's going to go. And then look what happened just recently. This stock is down now almost 25% in one day. And the trades like this, guys, I never get involved with. I never get involved with opportunities like this. The best trades are always going to be when the market is starting to see someone, what's called someone in control. What I mean by that is this is someone in control, right? Look at this here, up, higher, low. Someone's in control through. What does that mean? Is that the buyers are stair-stepping up. The market's going up in a stair-stepping fashion. This is buyers in control, upward trend. Sellers in control, downward trend, and no one in control, right? The buyers and sellers are fighting it out. So right here, look at this here. Who's in control through here? No one, right? No one. There's no real upward trend, no real strong downward trend. And how we sort of can get a good understanding of that is the overall moving average is flat through there. So there's really no direction through here. So you want to stay away from markets that actually do something like that. Now, Bitcoin recently had a bit of a false breakout to the upside. And I want to teach you about that here because I think a lot of people would have got sucked into Bitcoin recently just having this breakout here. So one thing I talk about all the time is the market being in an energy field. Okay, so the market being in the energy field is what? When the market goes up for a while, we need to have a really good sort of sideways movement resting phase. Okay. And what can happen a lot of the times is the market goes up, it has a little pullback and it gets going again. This is likely to be a false breakout. Why? Look at all of this energy. I call it energy. Look at all that energy it actually had to have a move to the upside. And then look what happened, right? And then look what happened. And then it started to do what? And then we started to do something like this here as well, right? We started to go have a bit of a slight little pullback or slight little sideways movement and to get going again. Look what happened here recently on Bitcoin. And this is where I saw this happening. I'm just like, oh, I hope no one gets sucked into this. Because it's going to be a false breakout. You can just see it coming a mile away, right? Look at this here. Up. And then look at that there. That's all it had, right? You need more. We need more sideways movement for a while. And look at that here. It came all the way back up, sucked people in, came down, stopped you out. Now it's come back up again. We're getting a lot of volatility now through here. So this is where, guys, we need to have, if we use a lot of energy through here, we need a real good amount of time. A good amount of time before we can get going again. We haven't actually had enough sideways movement because remember this here is what? This here is it's using energy, right? It's using energy, and then it's using energy, and this one here is called refueling. Once we refuel for quite some time, look at all that sideways movement, then we're getting ready to have another nice move to the upside. So let's go have a look at a few other markets for you guys today. We'll go over to this platform here. By the way, traders, for me personally, I like to use the TC2000 platform because it allows me to run my scans that looks for my setup in the markets there. So that's how the really good thing about markets is that when I can scan a couple of thousand stocks and I know exactly what I'm looking for, I have a checklist. It just allows me to have all my trading done literally, half an hour a day, guys. That's all I need for the stock market. There's actually nothing else for me to do on that day. So every day, it only takes me about half an hour, guys, to scan, find opportunities, trade opportunities, manage opportunities. It only literally takes me half an hour per day when it comes to that, when it comes to me trading the markets. If you're interested in joining me on my coaching program, guys, and you may be interested in working with me for all of this year, if you go to getjohnshelp.com, getjohns johns help.com. There's an application form there. You can fill out the application. I'll be happy to call you to talk to you more about the coaching program, what it's all about, and whether you're a good fit. And again, the coaching program is basically you and me together for all of this. You remember I said before about me and my private clients, they see the trades I'm taking, but I'm also coaching them. Today I went through a 45-minute coaching session after the market closed, coaching my clients. So that's what it's really all about. Teach you everything you need to know, but showing you the trades I'm doing, and then also coaching you every single day as well too. So if you go to getjonshelp, johns.com, you can fill out the application form, guys. And I personally will call you to see, or to give you more information about it and see if you're a good fit for what I'm looking for moving forward. So that's what I'm looking through there. Let's actually go look at the oil market. So we can see here, looking at the oil market, there's actually a lot of support in level 3, right? So a lot of support level down here around the 68 level, and we're holding through here. If I go to the weekly charts, yeah, there's actually, look at that there. There's a major, it came straight up and then came straight back down. Now we're at a really big, strong level of major support level through here on the oil market through there. Really, 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 really interesting stuff that's happening through there. Let's go look at the dollar as well too. So let's go look at here. So dollar has actually started to make its way back up, but look at this here, right? Dollar has been what? Dollar has actually been in a strong downward trend from here. Been strong trending on the downside. We had this sort of small little up move recently out of it, but it's not really doing much, right? So we had this movement on the downside, lower highs all the way down, guys. So again, I wouldn't want to be trying to, I guess, fight against the market, right? You never want to fight against the market of what's going on here. But the dollar does look quite weak actually, and it does look like that we had this strong move up and strong move down. So we may consolidate for a bit, but you can see there's actually a lot of that whole area through there, is really a good strong level of support or resistance, maybe down through there even on the recent levels, so down through there. So we could even be getting ready for a short-term bounce out of this level, guys, but we could actually be seeing a move on the downside from there. So let's go look at the interest rates and looking at the bond market as well. So TMF actually is starting to come down. The big thing about these markets, though, is that we could be getting ready for a bit of a change in trend soon. So, and what I mean by that is that if we can now start to go sideways through here, you can see here that looking at the TMF market, right, we can see here that we've actually strong move down, sideways, strong move down, sideways, strong move down, sideways, strong move down, and then a move up. If we can get now a weak sort of pattern like this and then start to pick back up, then we're probably going to see a really, really, really nice move out of the markets here. And last but not least, guys, on the gold market, I believe gold is setting up for something really, really, really amazing. It's something that me and my clients were talking about today as well too. So low, higher low, higher low, and now we're getting another high low. So there could be something really, really, really big and really amazing that's coming out of these markets from here. So there we go, traders. Hope this helps you out. Make sure, traders, your rule number one in the markets is what are you looking for out of a trade. If you're going to the market just to trade anything, you're gambling, you're not being a professional trader, and you're not going to make money. What I do as a professional trader is I go to the markets looking for the patterns and the setups that meet my rules, and therefore I know I'm going to do really well this year.